Jagex might be planning one of the biggest Grand Exchange updates in Old School RuneScape history. And no, this is not just another small quality of life change. This could affect some of the most expensive items in the entire game, including things like dirt Age pieces, mega rares, discontinued looking collected items, and anything that trades above max cash. Right now, the Grand Exchange has one massive limitation: you cannot properly trade above 2.147 billion GP through the Grand Exchange. That means whenever an item is worth more than max cash, players usually have to trade it manually using platinum tokens, check third party prices, and basically trust that person on the other side is giving them a fair deal. And that creates a lot of problems. Price manipulation become easy, scams become easy. Newer players have no idea what an item is actually worth, and even experienced players have to rely on external websites, clan chats, Discord servers, or recent trade just to figure out the real price of an item. But Jagex has talked about improving the Grand Exchange beyond the max cash limit, and if this actually makes it into the game, it could completely change how high value trading works in Old School RuneScape. The biggest thing here is transparency. If items above max cash can be properly supported through the Grand Exchange, then players would finally have a much clearer idea of what these items are actually selling for. That means less guessing, less relying on random price checks, and hopefully fewer people getting scammed when buying or selling extremely expensive items. This could also have a big impact on the market itself. Some items might become more stable because trade will be easier to track. Some items might drop because inflated prices become harder to maintain. And some items might actually rise because more players will feel comfortable buying them if the trading process becomes safer. Think about items like dirt Age Pickaxes, dirt Age Axes. A lot of their value comes from rarity, flex value, and the fact that the market is extremely thin. When only small numbers of people are trading an item, and most of those trades happen manually, it becomes very hard to know what the real price actually is. A better Grand Exchange system could expose that. And that's why this update is so interesting. For the average player, this probably won't change your day-to-day gameplay immediately. If you're buying shark, potions, runes, herbs, or regular gear, the G already works fine. But for the top end of the game, this is massive. We're talking about the richest players, merchants, collectors, high-level PVMers, and anyone dealing with items worth billions of GP. This could also matter a lot for the future content. Every time Jagex adds a new mega rare item, there's always the question of how expensive it could become. If an item goes above max cash, the G stops being a clean way to trade it. So improving that system now could make the game healthier long term, especially with future raids, bosses, or rare rewards create more ultra expensive items. But there's one important thing to remember. This update is not live yet. Jagex is talking about its improvements and exploring what they can do with the Grand Exchange. So don't go panic buying or panic selling your expensive items just because of this. Right now, this is more of a future system update than an actual patch you can use in-game today. Still, I think this is one of the most important OSRS topics to watch, because the Grand Exchange is not just trading a tool. It is basically the heart of the OSRS economy. And if Jagex change how the most expensive items in the game are traded, that could have a ripple effect across the entire market. So the big question is, would this make OSRS trading safer and more transparent? Or will it completely shake up the prices of rare items? Personally, I think this is a good direction. Anything that reduces scams, makes prices clearer, and brings high value trading back into the game itself instead of forcing players to rely on outside sources is probably healthier for the old school RS. But it could also be scary for players holding rare items, because once the market becomes more transparent, some prices might not hold up the way people expect. So let me know what you think. Should Odablock sell all his Age Pickaxes? And should Jagex allow items above max cash to be traded properly through the Grand Exchange? And if they do, which item do you think gets affected the most? Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed,